So hello everyone, hope you all are well and you had a nice match day too. So finally it's time for match day 3, and like every time we'll look at the cheat sheet and I'll talk about my wildcard draft, why I'm opting to go for the wildcard, and I'll talk about the limitless draft. I've made a limitless draft for people intending to go for the limitless. So yeah, let's just kick things off. So starting with the cheat sheet here, as you can see, it's match day 3. Ajax first plays Napoli in match day 3. Obviously, this Liverpool against Rangers. This is a fixture you can target if you're on a free hit or a free hit, like it is called limitless. In this, there is no budget in it. You can go for Liverpool. I'm personally not pretty confident on Liverpool assets, but still Diaz and or Salah are probably the two assets you want in the midfield if you are intending to target that Liverpool fixture. Then you've got like Napoli. If you want someone from Napoli, you can probably go for like someone like Zielinski to target that Ajax fixture. There's Rangers that faces Liverpool. Obviously, that is not the fixture that you want to target if you are on a chip. So yeah, if you sum up things, you've got Ajax. You can target Kudus, their forward, who is listed as a midfielder in this game. So yeah, you can target that fixture. You've got Liverpool versus Rangers. You've got Napoli versus Ajax to target in this game. Then obviously we move to Group B. There's Porto against Leverkusen. Porto has been alright. If you want to, like, if you're using a free transfer, I wouldn't recommend going for these teams. Like, if you're on a really tight budget, you might go for some of the options from here. Atletico Madrid against Club Brugge. Obviously, Brugge has been playing pretty well. They are not not a side to be like they'll easily you can cut them off. No, they're a good team. They've been playing really well. There's Leverkusen against Porto, obviously Club Brugge against Atletico. So yeah, Group B is probably somewhat an avoid. If you're like really tight on a budget, you might go for someone like Ronaldo in the defense. You've got like the forward Ferran Jutla as a forward at 5.5 million, and these are some of the picks you really want if you're tight on budget. Like, there's obviously Morata at 8 million, but there are better options if you want to go for at strike instead of going for that Morata pick. So yeah, when we move to Group C, obviously this FDR is updated on the current forms of the teams. If we move to Group C, Pilsen is a very, very delightful fixture for Bayern Munich. If you don't want to invest on their defense, I would probably prefer a triple up of Sane, Mane, and Jamal Musiala, who has been in a really, really good form. So yeah, this could be one of the fixture to get those points returned from in this game. Then you've got Barcelona against Inter. Obviously, Inter has been missing out on some players. They're injured due to the international duty. So Barcelona has a good chance here to defeat them and score a couple of goals. Lewandowski, we've seen how good he is in his current form. He's scoring goals and he's just creating chances and scoring goals out of nowhere. So yeah, Barcelona versus Inter, one of the games you can target. Inter Milan, obviously Barcelona are not a top-notch defensive side. They're also missing Araujo, who was their main centre-back. So yeah, you might want to punt on someone from Inter Milan, but this is all depending on if you want to punt on someone on a chip. Like, on the free transfers, I would really recommend you go for someone who is a safer option and who might return you in the two fixtures. You see the group match day 3 and match day 4 are the similar fixtures, so you might want someone who's like a safer option. Let me just see if this is visible on the stream. Yeah, this is visible. Yep. So moving on to Group D, you've got Eintracht Frankfurt versus Spurs. Spurs are not very good defensively in the current form. You might want to punt on picks from Frankfurt. Sporting is one of the teams I would really recommend if you're like looking for some differentials. Sporting is a top side in their current form. They are scoring goals. They've been really, really good. So yeah, they've got good midfielders, they've got good point returning defenders, and their forwards are obviously not not some consistent players. But if you get the combination right and it's your day, you might just end up picking up the player who might get you some good returns. Group E is obviously a Milan and Chelsea fixture is an avoid for me. They would concede goals, but with Chelsea, I don't rate their attack in their current form. I mean, they've got some top-notch attackers, but the sync or the they're just not like synchronized. They're not just playing the game they should. So Chelsea's attack is an avoid for me. You might want to punt on their defense, but I'm pretty sure they would end up conceding against AC Milan. Salzburg and Zagreb is a game you might want to go for. Salzburg has Okafor, one of the pick who has been consistent. He's got 2 goals in 2 games. So yeah, Zagreb, obviously they were pretty good against Chelsea too. So if you want someone from their side, you might opt for a midfielder. There are so many midfield options. The forward side is pretty much set with Lewandowski, Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, or someone like uh, Vlahovic or Milik. People are going for these picks. So forward is somewhat set. You might want to punt on players in the defense or in the midfield. In midfield, you've got so many options. You just got to get the combination right to get those attacking returns from the side. So yeah, moving on to Group F, you've got Real Madrid against Shakhtar, a very good fixture. You might want to go for someone like Vinicius Jr. if you want to. Probably Karim Benzema up ahead if you're looking for a differential. But Valverde is one of the differentials I would really suggest if you're like tight on budget. If you're not using the limitless, you're on a wild card. Valverde is someone you might want to punt on. He's been scoring goals, he's been assisting goals, and that's what you need from your attacking midfielder, right? So yeah, Leipzig against Celtic. Leipzig has got Nkunku, who hasn't caught the eye yet, but like he is their main man, and sometimes there would be a time where he would be among the attacking returns. Shakhtar is obviously in a void. Celtic is obviously in a void. Now we move to Group G. Again, Man City, top side. Any pick you want to go in there, any attacking pick I meant, or someone like Cancelo, or probably a Kanji too. There's stuff with Pep Rowlett. Probably we might see some of the players being rested in this due to Premier League. They just played the Manchester Derby where they actually defeated United pretty badly. So yeah, they played a good game in there. So yeah, we might see some of the rotations here, but KDB probably he's a little bit safe. Haaland is a safe pick. Cancelo is a safe pick. Probably Sergi Guardiola, who might feature in the new signing. So yeah. Oh no, it was Sergi Gomez, not Guardiola. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, Manuel Akanji, he's been starting. Laporte is back. So these are some of the fixtures. You might just look at the attack, the predicted lineups, and go for some of your attackers. Mahrez is expected to start this one, but Foden is someone I would really recommend. He is in form. He is scoring goals, and you can have a nice cheap differential if you're not opting for KDB in the midfield. Then we've got Sevilla against Dortmund. I would prefer Dortmund assets in this fixture. We've got Royce is injured. We've got Julian Brandt. Bellingham is someone I would recommend if you are looking for someone from Dortmund, or if you're looking for someone in their defense. There's obviously Guerrero, who is an attacking wing back. So yeah, this is how the Group G is set. Let me just check, is the group H visible? Now you can, if you're like viewing me first time, you can just send in your questions and I'll try to answer them at the end of the stream, or probably right now. The moment I see them, I'll just try to answer. So yeah, so we move to Group G. We've got PSG that faces Benfica. Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, Hakimi. These are all the picks you might want to go for in the PSG. Juventus has a really nice fixtures against Haifa. There's obviously Milik, there's obviously Vlahovic, and Kostic is one of the players who is listed as a defender. He's a midfielder, and he is somewhat a guy who might be among the attacking returns. So yeah, you might get that attacking benefit at 5.5 million in your defense. So yeah, these are some of the teams you might want to punt on. Now moving on to the attack rating. Sorry, we've got AC Milan, who is now rated at 3. Ajax obviously at 4. I've told you about Kudus and all the other, Bergwijn and Berghuis. They've got some nice attackers. Atletico Madrid at 3. Barcelona, Ousmane Dembele, Rafinha, Lewandowski. You've got Ansu Fati. They're obviously not a good defensive side, but they're a top-notch attacking side. Bayer Leverkusen rated at 3. Bayern Munich at 5. Nothing to talk about there. They've got all the great attacking players like Sane, Mane, and we've got Jamal Musiala. We've got Koman. They've got some really nice attackers. Other than that, you might want to punt on someone from Benfica because they've got a nice attack, and I feel like PSG won't be able to keep a clean sheet in this game. So if you're going for that differential, you might want to look at Benfica, some of their attackers. Then Chelsea is rated at 2. I mean, there would be people that wouldn't agree with that, but Chelsea, they've obviously they are a side with who's got some strong names, but currently they're just not performing the way they should. So yeah, I've just based these ratings on the current forms. Then we've got Liverpool obviously at 4. They're not like, obviously Liverpool when they score goals they are obviously not slowing down from 5, but in this form too they might score just 2 or 3 goals. That is what Liverpool is all about. We've got the likes of Diaz, Nunes, Jota, Salah. So these are all the players. Obviously, their best game is like 5 goals or 4 goals, but their worst is 2 goals, and I wouldn't really mind punting on that too. Man City on 5, we've got PSG on 5, Napoli as a good attack, you might want to punt on it, rated at 4, Real Madrid 5, you've got Sporting, you've got Spurs. Sporting I've talked about, there are some pretty nice differentials in that side. Now we move on to the defense rating. You might see the quality of the defense in here. AC Milan rated at 4, Ajax at 4, Atletico Madrid rated at 4, Barcelona current form 3. I don't feel like they might keep a clean sheet even with a depleted Inter Milan. I mean, they'll miss Araujo. I don't know Kunde is back yet. If he isn't, things are not going to be very easy for Barcelona in terms of their defense. But I personally think that they would still edge past due to their quality of attack. There's Bayern Munich who is conceding goals too. So the only team that was rated 5 was Man City, but obviously they are a strong side, but not the strongest. And Pep is still trying to find that combination that might return him the clean sheets in and out. So yeah, I rated them at 4 again because there is still a chance that they might concede. Now, moving on to the expected points, these are the expected points that were calculated. We've got Haaland, who is expected to get 9 points, Mbappe, Benzema up there. You've got Messi, Lewandowski, Vlahovic, Neymar, Kane, Nunes, Firmino, a big differential, Werner, a big differential. Let me just drink some water. So I think there are no questions from you lot. So I would like to wind up the stream now. Thank you all for watching. And this is the free hit draft that I made. If you want, just ask me on the DMs on Twitter. I would share this there. You might want to see it there. Anything you want me to talk about in the next streams, I would really be thankful to you. Just chip in your suggestions for me on Twitter, on YouTube, anywhere. My DMs are open. Just ask me any suggestion you want for your teams, for anything. If you don't know my Twitter handle, it is @FPLZ. So yeah, this is how this is what I would do. For my side, I would go for the wildcard draft wildcard in this one that I discussed earlier. It is visible in the video. You can just go back and watch it if you want to. Thank you all for watching. Just wait till 8:45. You'll see the Bayern lineups. Go for the Bayern attackers. They've got a good fixture. If you want someone from the defense, obviously there's Pavard who's back. There's obviously Davies who's back. So these are some of the picks you might want to go for. So thank you for watching. Thank you guys for joining in. See you soon.